also think it's very important for unschooling parents to be very clear if we do have expectations or values, because we do. And
Yeah.
I am not a see-through person, and I am not without judgment or
Yeah.
values. And there are things I think my kids should do and
Yeah.
not do. And there are things I think they should learn. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they will be bad persons if they don't. But for example, I tell them I think they should speak 5 languages, and I stand by that. They are up to 3 at this point, which is fine.
Yeah.
And I do think so. I think they will be just as happy, almost as happy, great people if they don't do it. But the things I think they should, I tell them very clearly that I think so, because I think all the subtleness, all the judgment, and all the little signs, if I have an opinion, it might be, you might correct me, it might be better if I didn't have it. That might be a more beautiful unschooling process. But for as long as I do have it, and I do, I just let them know, this is where I stand. This is my opinion. You're free to have a different opinion, but this one is mine.
Yeah.
All of the manipulation was the first thing you started talking about. I find that very interesting. And that's why I went back to the little toddlers, because we start so early manipulating our children into becoming something that we want them to become. And that's why we have this running joke, you can be what you want as long as it's what I want you to want, because
Yeah.
they pick that
Yeah.
up all the time.
Of course they do. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
we
mean, I
have
think
to be very sober with that.
we do. I think that transparency goes a long way to negating manipulation, because I think manipulation is generally unspoken. So there's often, actually, that's not quite true at school. It's pretty overt. But I do think that there's something, particularly as they get older, about just putting it out there that I would like it if you learnt 5 languages, but ultimately it's your life and not mine. And those are your decisions to make. And I think that that's where we want to go with our adult children, ultimately, don't we? We don't want to spend our lives with our adult children not being able to say things to them. And I think that's, I've seen that sometimes with unschooling parents where they're like, I can't ever say anything because I don't want to influence them. And I think we do influence our children. We absolutely, everything we do influences our children. We make life choices for our children all the time, where we live, what we eat, all of those kind of things, we make them. Go on,
And
Jesper.
also children look towards us for guidance.